very important model on second order reactions, saponification of ethyl acetate using equal concentration of ester and alkali. The data given to us is the time and the volume of acid used in the titrations, and finding experimental with the experimental data provided to us, we are supposed to find what is the rate constant at different intervals of time. Let us say like k1, k2, so on, and all these we have to find that k1 is equals to k2 is equals to k3, so on. Then we say this is a second order reaction. So that means we are supposed to prove the reaction is second order, taking each time finding individual k values, and if all the k values are approximately close to each other and nearly same, then we say the reaction is second order. So let us use this particular data to find out that particular reaction using the formula. What is the formula for second order reaction? K is equals to 1 by T into x by A into A minus x. So it's a easy formula which we can use for second order reactions, and using this formula we are supposed to find the k1 value, k2 value, k3 value, so on. Now the question comes, sir, when to use this formula, when to use the other formula of k, A and B in terms of A and B? Here remember, if the molar concentrations are same, then we are supposed to use this formula only, even though two reactant molecules are participating. If molar concentrations of both the reactant molecules are same, then we can go for only this particular formula. So this is the hint in the question. Since the concentration of acetic ester, we can say CH3COO C2H5 is equivalent to concentration of NaOH, from the beginning throughout the reaction this is going to be equal. So we are taking them as A and A. This is taken as A, and that is taken initially as A and A. So this is also A, this is also A, and if this becomes A minus X, this becomes A minus X. So there is no difference. Following this, we can always say like ester reacting with NaOH, you can see formation of sodium acetate and ethyl alcohol. Starting at T is equal to 0, we have A and A. At time T, we have A minus X, A minus X. At any point of time, we can see ester concentration is equals to NaOH. So I can say A is equals to B. So whenever A is equals to B, we can go with the simple formula. That formula is K is equals to 1 by T into x by A into A minus X. It's an easy formula, x by A into A minus X. So using this formula, first we will find out the K1 value. K1 value is equals to, the data which is given to us is 1 by the initial time T1. Let us take this is T1 into x can be written as A into A minus X. If I am taking x1, A minus x1, let us write in a simple way. So what is the data? We have x1 and this all. T1 is equals to, initially we have the value of T1 is equals to 4 minutes. We have given in terms of minutes, 4 minutes. And what is A minus x1 which is there with us? A minus x1 is equals to 5.3, and we have A value is equals to 8.04. So what will be the x1 value will be equals to? X1 will be a subtraction of these two values. So if you subtract the 5.3 from 8.04, that will be the value which is 2.74. 2.74 is your x1 value. Substituting these values in this, K1 is equals to, so 1 by 4 into x1 is 2.74 by 2.74 by 8.04 into 5.3. So what will be the answer? If you get this, K1 you will be getting here, the answer will be equals to 0.016. 0.016 unit is very important, correct? What is the unit? Mole per liter, whole inverse second inverse. Sorry, here minutes no, so let us write minute inverse, not second inverse, minute inverse. Okay, so that's the first part, very easy. Now we have to go to the second part. What is the second part? K2 is equals to 1 by T2 into x2 by a into a minus x2. This is going to be the second part. In this second part, what we do, the data we have is a, we know 8.04, this is not going to change. A minus x2, this is going to be 3.50. So from these two we'll get x2, which is equals to, from these two if you subtract, you will be getting x2 is 4.54. We got x2 value, and the time we know t2 is equals to 10 minutes. Substituting this data in this, we get 1 by 10 into x2 is 4.54 by 8.04 into 3.5. Again, if you subtract or substitute in this, we are getting an answer which is equals to 0.016 mole per liter whole inverse minute inverse. So same answer, you can see K1 is equals to K2. So at least 2 we have done, that's enough. So we can say this is following which order? This follows second order reaction. So that's the proof for the second order reaction.